Hi, this is my video on American culture. I really enjoyed reading the article Body Ritual Among the Narsarima by Miner. It was a fun read that had me hooked until it mentioned the Holy Mouth Man. At that point, I had realized that this was really about American culture. The article, clearly illustrates how, despite seeming like some strange and unknown culture, uh, in most cases, in those scenarios, we are more alike than different. It was an eye opener because I started off reading about this unknown world of strange people and mystery rituals, only to discover it was just about us all along. It was fascinating to see how our practices might appear from someone from a different culture. So, for descriptions of communication pattern, practice, ritual, or event, my alternative example is exploring the idea of the ritual of the Thanksgiving dinner. This is a tradition where we're very familiar with it, and we have, it's not something we often reflect on. So, in the scenario, you can picture family and friends gathering in homes. We can visualize an array of these different dishes like the turkey um, and gravy, some cranberries laid out before in front of us, friends and family gathering, and this feeling of thankfulness everywhere. From the outside looking in, a foreigner might find this very strange and peculiar that we're all having this huge feast over just being thankful. Might be puzzled while also watching us take part in the ritualistic viewing of a football game on the same day. And that strangeness doesn't end there. You can imagine explaining the tradition of the Thanksgiving parade, where we have these giant balloons that go down big city streets, enormous floats with zero connection uh, or direct connection to the act of giving thanks. There's also the practice of Black Friday, which follows the day after, where we all do a 180, a stark contrast from the previous day of gratitude to now we're hunting for deals. So, to someone unacquainted with these customs, the entire event may seem a little bizarre and a bit weird, combination of rituals. The act of carving the turkey, reserved for the person at the head of the household, might seem like a strange ceremonial honor bestowed only to the highest of prestige. But that's just what Thanksgiving could look like to someone from the outside. For us, it of course carries its own significance. So that leads me into the historical development. So Thanksgiving has changed a lot over the years. It started way back with the Pilgrims and has turned into a big national holiday. According to National Geographic, the traditional Thanksgiving feast has evolved over the centuries from a simple meal shared between Pilgrims and Native Americans to what we now know it as this elaborate meal that we have today. So it's intriguing to me just how it went from this, harvest celebration for pilgrims to now what we know it as is the day where we eat turkey and watch football, plan our Black Friday deals, and so forth. But at its core, it's still always about being grateful for what we have in life, and just really recalling that. So, to cover the evolution of changes, I believe, the change to Thanksgiving from being this mainly harvest a time to celebrate harvest to what it is now has been mainly positive. It's become a time where everyone can take a break from our fast-paced lives as Americans and just be in the moment with family. The evolution of Thanksgiving feast reflects our nation's history with the blending of different cultures and traditions, which we sometimes even see in our meals itself, where we're having maybe, I know some people who have different types of meals for Thanksgiving that could be, you know, based on what their backgrounds are like. And even with all the changes, I still think at the core, regardless of what kind of food you're eating, it's still about gratitude, and that's the wonderful thing about the American culture. So, for the conclusion, I just wanted to share my take on the American culture through the body, through the lens of the body ritual among the Surima and Thanksgiving. It's an interesting journey to think about how everyday customs might look to someone else from the outside looking in. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.